do. The patch is out, let's play Code 2. It's the CoHrona Cup. Hello there, and we are now officially live in the other semi-final that's going on today. This is game 1 of Noggano versus Kimbo. Noggano starting in the south as the Brits with his infantry section, possibly the first of many to come. Well, definitely the first of many to come. And in the north, who does he find, Ed?
Against big bad Kimbo, locking in instantly with the Ostreeping. He's been watching that Helping Hand stream against Who Run Bartertown. Loves the Ostreeping meta at the moment. And he's on the north side of Molenweg, aka Mill Road, made by Ricky Rifle. Glorious new map, and just as we prayed for not Brits, Nico had to go and ruin it, didn't he, Matt?
He did indeed, but Kimbo's got a good strategy of going Ostreeping against him. Talk a little bit about Mill Road. I'll show you the tack map. You can see where the fuels are. There's the big cut-off. You have to go really deep for it, but it's quite a small map, which means you're up in your opponent's face quite early on. But good for us, it's got flow blockers, got these garrisons and these silos, and of course the dingy marshlands of the Netherlands. North side, Ed, we're just going to talk about the aesthetic features now. It is indeed a road with mills on it, hence the name. We've got a crashed glider here. Got the suburbs of where actually Ed Atkins was brought up near Leicester, and you can actually see his family's house just there. And going south of there, it then goes into an industrial kind of river setting with this excellent bridge you can go under. And that was Molenweg in 30 seconds with me, your host, AE.
Like a TripAdvisor, give it 5-star. But with the Kimbo's opener here, just want to highlight Sniper first, then locks in some security Ostreeping to screen for it. But this is good play. Pioneers spotting, Sniper plinking away.
I hate to say it, but me and
already
Orange
on
Pest
back
called it. This should be the counter to Brits if you're a player as good as Kimbo is. Ostreeping covering for a sniper, possibly even 2 snipers. But the Tommies, until they get the AEC, they're going to bleed out horrendously. And it's also going to psychologically push Noggano back because snipers are a weapon of oppression.
Orange Pest and Snipers, what's happening? I thought he
thought
he had a one-man
it's the
crusade
meme, right?
against him. It
is the meme, but when you're faced with insurmountable odds like indeed the Tommies offer, you have to go to dirty tactics, and the sniper is that.
But you're only a telemine away from victory against the Brits. Get that AEC, jabate him in, boom, and away you go as Oster. But yeah, it's going to be tough for Kimbo this map. 4 sections for Nico. This reminds me of the old Asher Blower a couple of patches ago. You know when Brit sections seemed to have a massive buff then as well. Must be in vogue. I don't know.
He's going into a trap. It's possible, because if he continues, he's going to lose a lot of manpower. Look at he's already. That's only 42 kills, but could be happening. Ostreeping go forward, looking for the cutoff here.
6 units, I was going to say for Kimbo already. It's just how fast you can pump out the Ostreeping. It's insane. Ooh, and a GG early telemine. 3 minutes 23 counted, boys. Oh, Kimbo, I love you. Right in between the house and the hedgerows above the right-hand side VP. That is a cheeky boy.
Ostreeping hold position behind the horse and cart as the sniper goes into the crater for cover and does a 180, tries to go prone, but the bolster blob marches on. Those boys from Britain with their Lee Enfield rifles doing a mad minute, pushing all the way to the cutoff. Ostreeping can't hold the line any longer. You can't count on them to do that.
No, but they did just enough. I think if Kimbo's smart here, which he is like Mensa level smart, so he is, I think he'll plink a model from each squad just to keep him down from 5-man each. Yep, there you go, Matt. See that? That's good play from Kimbo there. Just knowing, right, he's not on full amount of models per squad across the sections. But it loses.
And more go down thanks to Ostreeping fire, and the sniper gets one in return. He does get the cutoff, denying him fuel, but what is the price he's paid? He's lost a lot of very expensive British soldiers there.
Yep. Is it 28 manpower a pop or 27? Because they did get reduced in overall cost.
Yeah, it's 28.
Still 28, okay, for reinforcement, fair enough. So yeah, it's expensive push, but he did cut off Kimbo for quite a while, so the resource gain. Look at the west side of the map, though.
Yeah, but it's a false resource game because he's going to have to reinforce. It's going to take a long time. He's going to put himself at a manpower disadvantage, and he's going to lose his fuel and his cutoff now. This is a small map. You can get from one side to the other very quickly indeed.
Yep.
And
shown by
that's where
Kimbo
it's gonna be.
I think he's got an S minefield or he's going for
Yes.
another tele. Oh no, S minefield.
The S
just to
minefield
start.
indeed.
Yep.
Just a patch of it. Which was actually the Relic devs' original intended usage of the S-mines, by the way. You're meant to put a corner down at a time. It's been that way for the last 8 years. It's just that the community's finally... The community's finally catching up with it, basically.
Yeah. No, good shout. And Kimbo now back capping, so despite losing his cutoff early game, he's just gone straight back to Noggano and done the same to him. Or Nico, as you should say. And has it got... Yeah, he does have Battle Phase 1, Kimbo does, so we could see 2-2s, or we could skip it in general and get a pack gun here.
Oh yes, Noggano. I don't know why he tried to rebrand himself as the...
It's more friendly sounding, so he's probably luring everyone into a sense. Oh, I've only got to play Nico. Oh, yeah, Nico's a nice guy. Shazam! 15 Brit bongs on your cutoff, meanwhile. Yeah.
Sniper backpedaling through the marshes, showing you safe paths through the marshes. And my goal impression used to be much better. I used to do a really good one. I've lost it with time. Lost it with time, mate. That's what can happen.
The feels when your Gollum impression is eroding. Oh, meanwhile, another thing eroding is the stupid squad on the west side. I think it's a full-on brain AFK from Kimbo. It is. They're down.
Oh shit, that was all the way at the north, sorry, yeah. You said west, that was north.
Yeah, my bad. Well, there's nothing west, but yeah, you know what I mean. North by northwest.
That's alright.
Yeah,
my dodginess as well, I didn't see it on the mini-map either. But that's one dead Ostroupen, so that's a bit of bad luck for Kimbo. He'd gotten himself back into this game. I don't want to say back into it, but when you got 4 bolstered Tommies rushing at your face, every win seems like a big win. And, yeah, that's not a good one to have. 200 manpower down the drain.
Yep, but if anyone can come back from anything, it's Noggano. Like I said it again yesterday, Noggano versus Kimbo. Watch Kimbo's VODs after, well, maybe tomorrow or something. And you'll see probably one of the greatest games I've ever seen between these two. They just keep, they're so well balanced. Cheeky mine in the middle from Nico. And, the good old Welsh boyos pushing in to regather that fuel. I love the Royal Engineers. They're the best unit of the Brits.
Yeah, they got the best accents.
Elbow.
Mine's a tricky love, and snipers a little bit low on health now. He's got 11 kills. Pack 40 is out for Kimbo, so he should be able to prepare himself for when the AEC hits, of course.
Spamming sections, is it? I don't know. Something about the accent's great. My dad's mostly Welsh, so I think I can get away.
Oh, there you go. You can get away with it. There's nothing culturalist, let's say, about doing accents. I want to reclaim doing accents for the 21st century.
Yeah, I mean, Robin.
As long as you're not saying something horrendous whilst you do the accent, it should be fine.
The bird, the robin, mimics accents, so if a robin can do it.
Yeah, but a robin is saying to all other robins, don't come near me or I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, he's probably like shouting some mad cuss words, isn't he? But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's done what my dad did to learn Welsh swear words, just so when you're driving in Wales, you can curse at them in their own language. that's what the robin's doing. But meanwhile, artillery officer on the southeastern point, doing some work on those sections.
Yeah,
it is a
not too shabby.
It has MP40 bodyguards and a Luger pistol for that extra accuracy.
Oh, but what doesn't have extra accuracy is Ostroupen on the move. And look at this, the Tommy sections. He's been blocked by Kimbo, but he's been tickled by Kimbo. Only a tiny bit of health damage was done at the last possible second there.
It's great they got physical mass like.
And look at that mine.
1 mine, 4 girls. Oof. Down go those Ostroupen. Powerful though. I like the artillery officer though. Late game, you get a little Panzerwerfer with that beast. Oof. Double spam artillery everywhere.
I've thought about saying that joke you just said about 1 mine, 2 or 2, and I've always refrained. I'm glad that you are a liberated gentleman, Ed. That you don't have these.
I have no restraint.
No restraint.
No restraint and proud.
I love it. Ostrupen behind the tractor as the boyos come in. And there's also Tommy's there, so that's a very difficult retreat path indeed. And a mine!
Oh.
And a mine!
Oh,
2 mines!
mineception. Good night, Vienna. That's
Now the
instant rebuild,
sequel,
though. That was
2
a
mine.
rage rebuild. Kimbo's
Now
like,
the sequel, 2 mines, no Ostrupen.
yeah. Well, there's still 2 squads left, but that was an instant rebuy. Did you see that? Nothing's been clicked quicker in your life. I wish you could Faust infantry models. Maybe Co3 can have that. Then Ostrupens.
You can do it by accident, by the way. It does actually work if it's by accident. Officer tries to get past the Sherman Husk and does not survive. He shoots him through the tree.
That
Meanwhile,
was a sniper and a half.
It was indeed. And talking about snipers, this one's in peril. Has to retreat past the Ostrupen as the Tommies try to gun it down. Not going too well for Kimbo.
Get that infantry section on Tarkov. That guy, he threaded the eye of the needle between his
I won't even see if how that's. Oh my God! There's this little gap.
Yeah. Oh, the angle
and
as
there
well.
He is. There he is.
Ouchie.
How did he do it?
So the glorious officer is rebuilt as well. Instantly rage rebuilt. Perfect. And Kimbo now has shipped a lot of manpower, and he does not have battle phase 2. So Noggano pacing ahead, no AEC, not messing around with little vehicles. He has teched up to the company command post. What would you do here? Would you just slam down your Comet tank with the hammer? Or a bit of anvil?
Cromwell. No, Cromwell first. I will definitely Comet eventually. I mean, don't get me wrong, but Cromwell first because he's got the momentum. Might as well just keep it smashing in. You know, he can stay behind these hedgerows, keep away from the pack, and just Cromwell him to death.
It's interesting to see. So there was no light vehicles from Nico. By building a flame truck or 2-2, it would have forced Nico into at least getting an AT gun. And I think it's so worth as Oster to get a light vehicle just to debate the way more expensive light vehicle from Brits to come out, especially in this patch. But I don't know.
Gotta say it, by the way, the sniper manpower drain has really not been what Kimbo would have wanted, and it nearly dies then, by the way, because look at the manpower floated by Noggano with 4 bolstered sections. It's clearly not been enough.
Well, you're trying to hold the line with Pyros and Ostrupen against these newly buffed infantry section. It's without an MG42, mind. But here, I think it's a missed opportunity of basically rock, paper, scissors from Kimbo.
The only thing that can save Kimbo right now, it would seem, Ed, is Noggano's ISP. Because he's had internet troubles all day today. Kimbo's
we believe in bug splatters, the ultimate balance.
Against bolstered Tommies, you need a bug splat. Yeah, indeed.
Are you 400 VPs up and about to win your game? Then we've got a bug splat for you today. Proper commercial Co2 style. We've all had them. And we've all had it the other way, you know, where your opponent just randomly bug splats and you're getting absolutely waffle stomped into the dirt. So
Ice Frosty with an interesting comment in chat saying he needs 2 snipers. I'm not going to disagree with that. I think 1 sniper, it's enough to cause problems, but it's not enough to cause a serious issue. And I know it sounds crazy to double down on something that isn't working, but sometimes you have to fully commit to the idea. And he's not quite had the DPS. No, but seriously, like one SU-76 is not enough, is it? You need 2, surely. You know what I mean? Sometimes just one of the unit.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like he's just brought a pair of scissors into Noggano's rock. This is doesn't seem to count it, especially with this map. I think Assault Grens running amok would have been better.
Well, that's it. He's a pair of scissors, but he's only got 1 scissor at the moment. He's both blades. And his handle's weak and plasticky, made of Ostrupen. It's just not working. Meanwhile, Cromwell with that beautiful desert camo comes onto the field.
Yep, Kimbo 20 fuel off of a P4 counter. May need to get the old Captain Struggle out. But I think the P4 will be better against the infantry. Ooh, Pack gets a max range shot.
Commando glider is being inserted.
Just a
and we're on board with it, Ed. Everybody watch this on. I've never tried this before, but it's actually working quite well so far. Let's not jinx it.
What,
sure, we're missing loads of important engagements.
Yeah, just a pyro getting him annihilated by a Cromwell, nothing special. Oh no, they live.
And there you go. They lived, did they? Did
Maybe
they?
not. Why do I keep saying this? I should just...
Ostrupen aren't going to live because the boys from Ireland are going to sort them out.
Teddy McFlofsters. Oh, and the base MGs have been fixed. Or edited by pistol. Oh, get suppressed. It's 1976 all over again. Couldn't quite get the decap either, but Nico has cut off the master cutoff, so now he's just got an annoying glider to have to clear through. But all your units shoot at, so good work there from the Packer to clear that mess. Vet to artillery officer. Come back might still be real. Kimbo could build a P4.
In the books. This dude right here should be one and all.
He hasn't got many
Stream
other
of red.
options.
Stream of red exiting the base. That's because Kimbo's so consolidated right now. He's pushed entirely back by Noggano. He's got a hell of a good fuel count for somebody that has a tank when his opponent does
This game's champion, the GCS2,
pretty for the
the
pole.
current best player in the
Is he
world.
saving for a supply
Talisman.
drop? No, he finally locks in the P4. There we go. I still think there's a glimmer of a hope.
Oh, exactly what we thought might happen! Oh my god, Armageddon!
Destruction! Could see those Hawker type.
Jesus Christ!
Yes,
Oh, we managed suicide! Oh, did you see that? Something just happened on
audio
camera. Sorry about
sequence
that,
for you.
guys.
Cromwell missing a shot like a champ, but it does have a boosted, a buffed MG hull now. But that extra anti-infantry needs.
Sniper hits the stun round. Meanwhile, Ostrupen forced away. Cromwell's gotten 6 kills already, as the commandos had a terrible insertion, have not. I went quiet there because I was trying to figure out what chat were bloody on about. I had no idea, and somehow I think a trailer or something got...
It was bliss. Keep him quiet, chap.
Shut up, Ed.
$5 an hour. Keep him quiet. Ooh.
Go on, what have you seen?
The Belfast boys are coming back in, swinging with their silent Sten guns. On the move with a bit of assault. Aptly named
Panzer
ability.
IV drives through the glider and divides it in 4.
Yeah, thank
Commandos
God.
have
That
had
thing is
a
an
terrible
annoying shot
assault
blocker.
yet again.
Ah, he could afford it. It's not quite 500 VPs, but he's in a very dominant position. I feel Kimbo played into his into Noggano's build's hands here.
Mine uncovered there as the Pioneers somehow survive. 5 Tommies gunning them down.
Yeah, I think light vehicle is the way against the Brits at the moment, especially Flame half track. That early game was just too rough for Kimbo.
He's gone for hammer, which of course means we're going to see the Comet, most likely. 185 fuel and saving. Mine detonates on the officer.
I don't know what Kimbo's used a lot of his munitions on. I think he's put down a couple of cheeky mines. Did have 100 odd a second ago, so I'll get back to my mine watcher. Oh, all I see is Nico's mines. Great cut-off work here though from Nico. I mean, without an MG42, Kimbo is just soft on the belly at the moment with his forces.
And the Panzer IV's trying to get rid of those Tommies, but they're causing all kinds of problems. Cromwell watches on, and the Panzer IV misses somehow. Hits the tree. Couldn't even hit the barn door there.
Back 40, a frontline baiting unit now.
Got a 34 kill sniper. That's pretty much all Kimbo's got. However, he has branched out, it must be noted. Eddie's gone for the southern victory point. Oh my god, there you go. Finally a squad wipe for Kimbo.
P4 missed the last model of the previous squad, got home alive, didn't miss that second time, so great play there. Kimbo, can he edge back in it? Can he become the comeback boy?
Commandos under duress as the Panzer IV hunts them down. The Panzer IV that now has 9 kills.
Yep, and no second tank yet for Nico, so due to the manpower bleed of charging head on into the opponent's cutoff.
What's the sniper doing? He's getting awfully close to enemy lines there. And the Tommies are pushing in thanks to assaults. The sniper's forced away, of course. They're gunning him down, however. Big salvo of shots there, and another one.
A lot of damage. But he gets out of there just Pips out. I think he was going for a knife kill achievement unlocked on Steam. He hasn't got it yet with his
Tactical
sniper.
knife, yeah.
So, I mean, if you're getting stomped by Nico, you may as well go for the old achievement unlocks. But here comes Big Back Cromwell again, straight into a Pack 40. Which eventually fires.
It does
Now,
indeed.
will we
Down
see
to
Kimbo's
60% health.
one-man Pack 40 work again today?
Meanwhile, west side, grenade thrown. Kimbo doesn't see it. That's very soon to be a dead Ostrooper, most likely. Pack 40 still alive and kicking.
Went easy on him. He only threw a Mills bomb and not a cannon. What?
Didn't think he had the time, but he certainly did.
Respect amongst thieves, maybe.
Cromwell.
It's P4 though. It's still alive. It's still wiped. There's 2 pioneers up for Kimbo, so he won't have the repair problem that Loveness had in the previous game.
Certainly won't. Noggano's getting high on that manpower count. He's 480. Here it comes, the Comet. Surely when he realises.
It's a bit like your timers, Matt.
very unreliable. I just
Debating
expect the
everyone.
players to be like, you know, an algorithm. Can build unit, yes, build unit kind of thing. And look at this sniper. He's got 38 kills, but he's been a strategic failure. Imagine completing your objectives, but the overall strategy has not worked.
I think Kimbo's got this game in the bag. 2
You
Vet
think?
2 Pyos. Yep, here it comes. Kimbo come back. Through the power of Pyos.
You sound like you're passing me a leaflet there and you're at my door, Ed. have you listened to the power of Pyos? Change your
He
life.
bounced on the Cromwell. It's not going to get a snared engine though. It wasn't enough damage. Bit unlucky there. Oh no. The Jesus bombs are coming.
Bit of friendly
Look
damage there
busy.
to the Royal Engineers.
Yeah, I mean, that mid VP just got a pounding, but nothing else, so...
Nope.
250 munitions well spent. Oh, an early retreat there from Kimbo, respecting the Cromwell's anti-infantry power now. Vet 2 as well, so let's see what that does. Improves main gun targeting and rate of fire. Oof. And it's got the tank commander as well. That's going to be lethal now for Nico. But crucially, no second tank yet. We're in the 22-minute mark. Kimbo's just, you know,
bundle nade. Damage
crawling
done.
his
Panzer
way.
4 pushing in. And the sniper with a stun round also. That could be a dead Tommy section.
telling
Excellent work from Kimbo there.
Nico is not closing the pocket on Kimbo here, and it could be to his detriment. I know the VPs are way out of control for Nico, but Kimbo has a chance.
He does have a chance, and that has been afforded to him. As you say, he's not finished the game off. He did have the opportunity. If he'd gone that Comet, I tell you, when he could have done it, the very earliest opportunity, this might be GG. But as it is, Kimbo still
It's
has
in the
a
build
small
now,
chance.
though, Matt. You'd be glad to know. But Kimbo's Panzergren's getting shredded by the boys. Easier than picking up a bird in Cardiff, as they say. So, yeah, P-Gren's losing out big time there. Kimbo's P4 working overtime now. NHS shifts for that unit. Bet 2, side Scherzen's up. Come on, man, let's go. Let's get some hype back for Kimbo. He ain't out of this yet. Second P4 and he's got a dream, or Sturmgeschütz? What do you reckon?
That's got to be a Sturg, I'd presume. I mean, it's a nice open map for it. Good channels. He's got... that's actually a Noggano mine, by the way. That's really deep into Kimbo territory there. Got to be careful. Maybe get some Talon mines down on the flanks, because this Cromwell's been an absolute devil. He's got the munitions, that's for certain.
It's been double pyros sweeping as well for Nico, so fair play to him. He's picked up every telemine Kimbo's laid down.
There's the KD, roughly equal.
Second P4 is the choice. Okay, so he wants that anti-infantry power still. Got 1 pack gun. I feel if he gets a second pack gun and 2 P4s, you know, it's a good old Korean auto match build. Lost it.
Sniper claims his 47th kill now. Not too shabby at all.
And there's one little side plot to all of this, Matt. If Kimbo gets 200 munitions, which he's only about 20 away from, he can click the GG railway artillery button and just let the RNG take the wheel.
Tell you what, if that
Anything could get wiped.
I tell you what, if that first shot from the Schwer Gustav is on, you know, has targets acquired, you know, it might be a way back in.
The Von Ivan PTSD ability.
What was that from GCS
From
1?
Dev.
Yeah, it was the
I think it was
the
against Dev.
240mm howitzer indeed on Faymanville approach.
On old Faymanville. I love that map. But here come
Back in the day.
Oh, I think he's going for a cheeky counter snipe with the commandos on the sniper. Check
Yes,
that one. Little mini game.
He's on a dead
Packers
horse
gonna
right
give it
now.
up.
They jump out of the dead horse.
No
they throw
way.
a grenade on the Panzer Grenadiers, but they push forward. Good skill
Packers
from
to-
Kimbo to keep going there. But then the bundle nade takes the Mandos out.
See
Oh,
you later. And now he needs to recruit his pack gun desperately. He's got the second pack gun like we
what's this Cromwell
predicted
doing,
earlier.
Ed?
So double P4, double packs.
Cromwell and Comet push in. Panzer Grenadiers are isolated. They're in a bad part of town.
Yep, assault and a grenade on the middle. The artillery to get the hell out of Dodge. Ostrupen flying in for the land, and it's a
He
Captain
changed it to a
Stuggo in
Stug,
the
by
end.
the way.
Yeah,
it is
he
indeed.
did go for the double P4.
Oh, Panzer Grenadiers do go down.
Kimbo's going out. He's gonna do it his way. Sinatra
And that's
style.
indeed. We do need a fat lady to start singing because Kimbo's going out on a last limb here. Panzer IV's trying to kite the Pack 40 that was stolen. Tommy's pushing in from a different angle.
Stupid
However,
down in
but
the
Kimbo
middle.
has been thrown in the towel
GG.
because of the dead Ostrupen. Isolation has you feeling blue. There's only one thing left to do. The patch is out, let's play Code 2. It's the CoHrona Cup. And we're back. What a game, Ed. That was. He looked like he was coming back for a bleak moment, and it was all snatched away from him.
I'm
What's
laughing
your
about
assessment?
the intermission, not about the game. Tough game. I thought Kimbo had a glimmer of a hope. Nico was so late on getting his second tank out there. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose just to taunt Kimbo, but very well fought on Mill Road by both players. And yeah, I can't wait for that game 2 of the series. I don't know if we now bounce back to see Love Nest again, though, Matt.
Yeah, we
first?
do. We're cycling in and out.
Cool.
We're having a cracking
All the Love
time.
Nest fans in chat will be happy. But yeah, some top level 1v1 play. Kimbo trying to make Ostrupen work against that build. Didn't go for any live vehicles. Neither did Noggano. And yeah, it was interesting. Despite watching Brits, it was still an interesting game. And yeah, just so many grenades thrown in that match from Nico. In the end, when it all goes off and a whole cluster mess at the end, it's just so hard to watch every squad. You're gonna lose some, and I think, yeah, in the end, Kimbo lost one too many Ostrupen to come back from.
He was
He's
fighting. He was fighting against a superior fighting force in the Tommies, and he was battling as hard as he could with that sniper. But when you have to delicately micro all this stuff just to stay alive, it will catch up with you eventually. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to overcome the odds there.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen maybe Assault Grenadiers on the map. It's nice. Got some close cut-off points on Mill Road. I feel like the early game sprint and alpha damage against Tommies could do work.
250 half track as well, Ed, with the Panzer Grenadiers inside. Kimbo's been doing base inspections with that and taking squads out that way, so that could have been an idea.
And if you see an AEC come, at least you've got the Panzer Grens with Shreks to help out. So it's a high risk one. I think Kimbo was just trying things out there in game 1. Game 2 will be interesting when Kimbo goes allies. Might be bringing out the old M42s and KV2 again. We'll see.
Yeah, good point. Let's go on a coffee break as we wait for game 2 of the first semi-final to be loaded up, and let's get it on.
So.
See you in about 5 minutes, guys, with my expert timer making skills, which are all over the place, I must admit. All right, see you in a second. Bye bye. And we are back live. There's Ed's full face. No, I've got this on lockdown. It works.
Just had my
It
titties on
works.
camera. The genuine titty streamer for a sec. Thanks.
No problem. I told you we were going back live. You decided to lift your shirt up at that moment.
No, I
think
didn't.
it was-
No, you're. No.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You
I
just
thought
had
you lift
like
your
a
shirt
little,
up.
like, it was like a Panzer IV slit, you know, like getting that realism cam on. But yeah, Alpen, I hear you, man. We'll trying up the intergame
of many
entertainment,
hats.
mate.
I've got this one.
7-year-old slideshow of non-moving images.
No, actually, apparently showed a fun hype video all about 1v1 tournaments, which I don't know is on my OBS. I don't know where that is. This could fit on my headset. I think it's an Africa Core sun helmet I acquired after a friend gave it me. It's like the biggest thing in the world.
I prefer my VC gang to your Africa Core.
Well, the Viet Cong were actually winners in their war, so you know it's better to be on the winning side. I'm just gonna. We've had way more patrons come in whilst that game was on.
Nice.
Before we're up to millions of bucks per month, which means we're guaranteed a tournament every 2 months now, which is going to be epic. Real big growth for our scene. Eddie Babes, let's have a look at this game's on, because we're in game 2 of Love Nest aecohmatt.
Oh, do you really have to pronounce it like that?
That's how Pepsi, a CoHrona streamer, used to say. He used to hate playing against people from China. He used to be Asians all the time. It was ever so funny.
Sounds like there's a J in there for something. It's Asiaman or Ruda.
I know it is. I'm doing it in a slightly French accent. Give us a break. Right, let's get you in.
I don't know why my cam is so sweaty, but I've got some weird digital print coming up here as well. Discord things, boys. Stick to TeamSpeak. Right, where you have no cam at all. No problem.
Yeah, Love Nest Games live. So let's. We've had our 5-minute break, Ed. We're not allowed anymore. We're gonna have to get straight back into it, because in every game of the semi-finals today.
Rice and seawater all around ration. Had my sea rations.
You had some seaweed today, I believe. I believe we let you have some.
Ah, crispy seaweed. Is that my dessert?
Yeah. You get a single strand.
Keeping me lean and mean with some salty seaweed.
Right, here we go.
Okay.
Let's get it. Isolation has you feeling blue. There's only one thing left to do. The patch is out, let's play Code 2. It's the CoHrona Cup. Hello there, and welcome to Bakaj. This is game 2. You're looking at the player that is currently down in this series. He's not down on live because he, of course,